Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, this is Paul Pearson. I've hosted the R&B show Star Time since the very beginning of Rainier Avenue Radio, and after years of featuring tracks from the 50s through the 80s, Star Time now plays R&B and hip-hop from the 1990s as well. A whole half-century of soul, funk, hip-hop, and more on Star Time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Welcome to the Fitness Corner. I'm your host, Mark Bryant, and you're going to get a whole total body workout on my show, starting off with a warm-up, aerobics, strength training, cool down, and stretching every Friday from 11:30 to 12 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Summer's here, but back to school time is just around the corner. Now is a great time to get ahead of the lines and get your kids their latest COVID booster, plus all vaccines required for school. Free vaccination clinics in King County offer COVID-19 vaccines, boosters, and all vaccines required for school. Get more information at kingcounty.gov/findaclinic.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not stopping a Mercer Island street brawl, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and IDYourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
Every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
Thanks, Northwest. Even if God couldn't find me, the game right behind me, then all them gon' die. This for the ones who be lying, this wish wasn't right in the grounds where they lie. I might just morph, all of the people scared really, of course. We don't compare, no, you coming up short, the people gon' still it, they seeing a ghost. Wait, hey, go dumb on the beat, I might part the seed, walk around and give a D. We got anything you need, we got everything you need. Big Ace in his gift, I take for the rich, give it back to the click. Chef Sherman, I mix, she got firm in her grip, Yo, that chauffeur got my voice. I don't take vacations, I'm on triple, throw up symbols like my gang Freemasons, nigga done. Don't complain, get it done. No choice when you can't run and you come from where it's getting from.
Been about what they said about it. My name aloud all up in the city, so I need to put it up in the clouds. On the front, order pouring out. Raw boys, so I like to loud and I like to count, and it's like an ounce, so I like to switch on it right now. We in the no shit, it's a no shit, and we on the bar shit. It's an out here, and it's screaming cash. Money constant, all the constant, it's in Boston with the goddamn.
I land in LA, I'ma eat a steak up on my vegan just in case. She want 50 shades of gray, I'll give her 50 shades of A.
I might lose my ish, lose my cool again, I need my new full lead. He might lose his limit, I might lose what's left. Big old Glock and live his Nike tag. All these shit straight eyes for sex. But that be so good, yes, I'm rich.
You ain't know where he's sitting from, gotta get up. Even if I gotta use some dumb luck. Got a big jeep with a dump truck, gotta hit it, then I gotta get a lunch. Been rolling with some big homies, burning big pressure, ashing all over these Rick Owens. If your chick's stolen, it's not her fault that she just noticed. Pockets bulging, like I'm glad to see her. Man's tripping, get him tagged, clean him up, Stanley steamer. Rose broke, yelling life sucks while I'm bleeding out and my hands rough. Just to keep these stocks up on an ivory table. I don't think that he could buy trust. Trying to buy trust, he's before them just to choose up. Can't put a cape on, cause I can't save anyone who wouldn't choose us. You want woo sauce, screaming hallelujah while I pull up Dula Kimbo golden guns. Put the money in the bag, I ain't pulling off until I got the funds.
It's the ace to the gates, it's the gang, it's exclusive. Yeah, her piece is good, but your piece is kinda useless.
Twin black mags rolling around like the cool kids. Hop up on the beat, you know that Northwest produced it. Click, clack, and bang, bang, so please don't try to test us. Big stick, no bullets like number 2 pencils, huh?
Watch your whole block up, looking so up, looking like some lentils. And the ace don't say nothing, lip seal, gotta keep that shit 10 toes. Nigga, that's a no, please no photos. I don't do no flashy shit, I'm living out here flashing, trapping with my bitch. Emo chicks, such as sadomasochism, and casting, rapping on the couch. The man just coming out the team to eat the kids.
Y'all niggas ain't competition, y'all can't afford to go round for round. Short wiggin', but my view nice, yeah, I hardly ever have to touch the ground. Y'all can relate to this. Affiliated with a gang, had the police show when we run events. Right shit. Yeah, y'all don't want problems, y'all really can't solve them. Yeah, y'all should just stick to your day jobs, y'all shit ain't poppin'. Yeah, nowadays, my niggas getting paid. We y'all to get paid to play. Do y'all even know the game? And y'all know that we saying? Serve that word like penny. I don't do checks, just pennies. I don't got a check, just spend it. Big bag, nigga, no limit. Yeah, okay, don't think y'all really kidding. Used to have $1 just dreaming. Bitch run the block, QPs, and now we're getting ready to receive it.
Thanks, Northwest. Thanks, North.
Yes, thank you, Northwest. Woo, how about to start that one? Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. That is the affiliate cipher that we're starting things off with tonight, featuring Top, the boy Beerus, Zavon Hayes, Baitface, and Jang Lagoon.
That was heavy.
Man.
It started off really heavy too. I was like, man, like, okay, it's just right in my face as soon as it started. All right, let's go. And I was like, damn.
Right. I'm just gonna smack you in the face right from the start.
Shout out my guy Top, man. That's a banger. I just seen him perform a couple things live this last Friday for the grand finale.
How was that?
Some energy.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go right into the check-in real quick? How was the last weekend of Fremont Fridays?
Oh, a freaking movie, dude. Go ahead and jump on Instagram and follow the Fremont Friday page. They got a bunch of recaps that they've been posting from all the performances, the general vibrations of the show. They're also going to have updates for the upcoming events leading up until next Fremont Friday. People who want to get on, tap in, so you don't have to just flood me and Marshall's DMs and inquire that way. There's an official channel.
Well,
but it was great, man.
We'll do that anyway, Mambo. But
I figured as much. But it don't hurt to ask. You feel me? It don't hurt to ask. And then I was fortunate enough, actually, man. We probably gonna get into it with our guest of honor today. But I was blessed to get to rock my very first bumper shoot, man, alongside people like a Renaissance, man. And that was epic because I don't know about y'all, but most Seattle kids have had the experience of taking a bus with their friends downtown to bumper shoot so that they could sneak into bumper shoot, whether you're jumping a fence or passing wristbands off. So to go from sneaking into an event to them catering food and giving free liquor and massages and stuff like that, it was definitely an epic transition. I was like, man, look, mama, we made it.
I love it. Oh man, what about the rest of y'all weeks, man? How was Labor Day for y'all?
It was smooth, man, for me.
Smooth.
We had shorty people over here, so it was a gang of Filipino food and stuff like that. So that's always a win.
Why didn't you call Patron?
I assume that Patron doesn't need me. I don't think Patron needs me as a resource.
I'm supposed to just show up.
Hey,
right.
That's how it goes.
No, what I was gonna say is I don't think you need me as like a resource to get Filipino food. Like I'm not his plug for that. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Yo, he got a whole
lot
set
of
of plugs on his own.
there's way more avenues I could like connect for Patron before I, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, you might need some Filipino food. I'd be like, no, I'm cooking right now. Everything I cook is Filipino food because
Hey man,
that's me.
OG, you eat anything on the table?
Like you mean like is there anything I skip over?
Yeah.
No, not really. I'll eat it all.
Respect.
You know what I mean? The pancit, the sanagan, you know what I'm saying? Lumpias. If it's there, I'm at least experiencing. You know what I mean?
Nah, I can't say that I would do that, brother. I'm sorry.
You know, I feel it. I'm also not from here though, so trying new stuff is like trying American food was trying new stuff. You feel me? So
I'm with Mambo, man. I'm trying everything.
Yeah. So you know, y'all can be the adventurous folks when we go on tour. All right, I'm gonna make sure I point to y'all when they start talking about fried squids and all kind of different. You know, y'all.
Yeah, no, ID is just gonna take the nuggets and fries. Yeah, just keep the nuggets and fries.
That's delicious.
Yeah, French fry there. We're good right there, right there in the middle, right there.
What? Oh, okay.
What's wrong with that? A little barbecue sauce.
What about your Labor Day, Patron, man? How'd your week been?
I was doing some moving around the house, man. But no, I've never been a bumper shoot. I've always wanted to go though.
Yeah, for sure.
Was you productively moving around the house, or was you just busy?
Yeah, no, I was moving like changing rooms and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kids growing up, we make sure everybody
everyone's comfortable now.
Yeah,
you go here, you go there. This room is that room. That room is this room. Type situation.
You know, out of our bed.
Right.
I would do that.
So you stretching out tonight, Patron? Is what you tell?
Trying to.
I'm trying to. I'm setting up the race car bed myself. I feel you, brother.
You know.
Oh my God, man. It sounds like everybody's in a great mood. It's time to have a dope show. We will have here in studio, man. We will have a Grammy winner for you all, man. MD Soulful is here, man. So we'll be chopping it up with him. He's going to be doing a live performance for us later on. We got some songs from his upcoming album there. And then later on during show and tell, we're going to get Montreal artist Liquidated to join us later on.
Liquidated?
I think that's LTD. I mean,
it could just be Liquid LTD too. That could be like
it could be. We'll find out though, man. But during the show and tell, he's from Montreal. He actually blends folk and hip hop, and we got a new joint for him to play as well. So
he makes folk hop.
Folk hop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yo, that song you said, I'm folk the cops. I don't know about all that. Folk cop? I don't know about folk cop.
That doesn't even sound like anything I would ever say.
If this is your first time ever listening to Fresh Juice, man, we play new hip hop, we play new R&B, we talk to artists, man, like we will with MD Soulful and Liquid later on. But also we play games like Take Your Pick. We do ask questions under ID the Question, man. We have a lot of fun. So tell your friends to tune in. We want you all to get involved in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or if you want to call it X, if you want to, either that. But we are on all these platforms as well. IG and Twitter at Fresh Juice Media. Follow us there. We're also on Facebook. You can follow us there. You can watch the show there as well. Facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. There's a weird thing with groups on Facebook. So if you are and you want to comment, we encourage you to do so. Just make sure you register your name under StreamYard.com/Facebook. Otherwise, it'll show up as Facebook user and we don't know who you are. We just want to shout you out. So that's all that is right there. And of course, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us there, man. Subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things that you need to do. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Just put that in your browser real quick and subscribe.
Shout out to the viewers.
Let me get a subscriber. Yeah, I got a couple people in there too.
Yep. KJ's already locked in.
He said, "What's poppin', Fresh Drink Squad?" That should be the new name right there.
I like it, man.
Fresh Drink Squad.
Or Juice Pack. We also got Diggs, by the way, 7 as well. Checking in.
Fresh Drink episode 1.
Fresh Drink Squad.
Fresh Drink. By the way, tonight's juice is apple juice. We're going with a light blend, apparently. So Interesting. A lot of ingredients in there, and you may not be able to pronounce, but
Hey, yo,
low in sugar.
It's not bad. It's
It's
not
good
bad.
though.
episode
It's
we on,
good.
D?
It's good in taste, though. It's good in taste.
What episode is this?
All right, so let's go ahead and let's bring in our in-studio guest, man, without no further ado. So here we go.
Man, oh my goodness. Let me bring it up close for y'all. Bring it up close for y'all. Right now, in this present moment, go ahead and swipe down if you're on your phone. Set that screen record up. You are going to want to document this moment for yourself. I'm telling you, we have got one of the most soulful, most creative, most musically talented individuals that I've ever been able to work with, that I've been able to witness. Present with us today, the Grammy Award winning saxophonist, keyboard player, producer, MD Soulful, y'all. Come on, make some noise.
Let's go.
Woo, how about that intro?
What up?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man, good to have you.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you guys so much for sharing your platform with me. It's a pleasure and an honor and a privilege. What y'all doing here? Y'all really putting on for Seattle.
Thank you. Yeah, totally, man.
Bro.
Shout
Well, we
out
can
to
say
everybody.
we can say the same about you too, bro. You
Before
put it
we
on
go
the city
any
yourself.
further, we made a lot of magic on Saturday, didn't we?
Ooh,
We sure did, man.
It was not only OG Mambo's first bumper shoot, it was my first bumper shoot as well with the legendary incomparable Chimberinga Renaissance. So I gotta make that shout out to like Chimberinga Renaissance. Shout out to OG Mambo for sharing that experience with me. It's been super dope.
Man, you already know, bro.
Man,
Hey,
that is dope. That is dope, man.
That's for sure what we're gonna open up the second half hour with, man. Because I know I want to talk about it too, bro. But D Money, I'm gonna let you take it away, man.
Because you know what time it is, and ID knows what time it is, and KJ knows what time it is, and JJ Grand knows what time it is. It is time for Take Your Pick. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I might crack my window one day doing that mess. Yeah.
I was gonna say something's gonna break, whether it's you or the car. Something's gonna break.
we was side note. We was joking in a group chat. We were like, he's like a robot, man. He's gonna break one of these days. Anyway, first time ever playing Take Your Pick. It's really easy to play, man. We just give you two different options and you choose one of them. Seems very simple, but man, is it a wild game. And we want you all to get involved on all the comments, man. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And we will always celebrate our favorite comment. We will choose one and celebrate it on the following episodes. Without no further ado, let's take a look at last week's winner. Here we go. Hey, how about KJ?
I knew it was.
He said, baby infant for sure. You can't beat a baby, but that unwanted house guest might get busted.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that one, yo. Ain't nobody trying to have nobody in their house that they don't like, bro. Like, I'd rather deal with a baby than a person I don't like.
Somebody gonna have to give me context.
I feel like it's better without.
No, I'm so lost.
It was basically
It's kind of in the question, in the answer. It was baby.
It was baby for a day or have an unwanted house guest for an entire week. Yeah, that was one he commented on last week.
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
All right, let's
do some fresh ones though. Let's do some fresh ones. Okay, here we go. Here's our first take of the pick of the night. Be a Jedi in Harry Potter or be a wizard in Star Wars.
Wait, isn't that backwards?
It is backwards on purpose.
Oh, it's backwards.
I don't watch those though. I don't even know nothing about.
You didn't watch Harry Potter or Star Wars?
Nah, dog. I've been in the studio, fam.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this one off first.
You know, I'm gonna pull a Patron. I'm gonna pass.
I'm a trendsetter.
Wouldn't pass.
Let me say, I'm gonna go. I think I would much rather be a wizard in Star Wars. You feel me? Because if you're a Jedi in Harry Potter, like you could that little lightsaber ain't gonna do nothing when Buddy said,
Hey, bro. Hey yo,
like you gonna pull a lightsaber out, and they're gonna be like, boom, now the lightsaber floating out your hand. You're stressed, like. So for safety, I'm gonna go ahead the wizard in Star Wars. Like Star Wars, they be dealing with a lot, like flying from planet to planet. That's a little stressful. But if I'm a wizard, worst case scenario, I can bring myself up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Genie. Mambo turned from wizard to genie now.
That's hilarious.
I mean, wizards and genies definitely got like the same bag of tricks. Like, let's be real.
They different though. They play by
Nah, genie's way stronger than a wizard, yo.
What you doing, MD?
All right, so as a Harry Potter nerd, I'm definitely going to have to be a wizard.
Okay.
In the Jedi world. Look here, you pull out a lifesaver on me, you're getting Avada Kedavra. You're getting Avada Kedavra. Okay. Look, you got the little fancy little ships. I'm about to evaporate, disapparate, or whatever it's called, up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Grab a port key, and this is about to be all good. You're not pulling out your little lightsaber on me. No.
So you gonna turn your lightsaber to sand?
Listen here. We're not playing none of those games.
I off on the real slick.
KJ says, all I need is my broom and my stick, and I dare a Jedi to test me. Okay.
I'm telling you, bro. Like in a one-on-one fight, bro, you got to think about like who's winning the fight. Who would you rather be? And I think a wizard's gonna whoop a Jedi. That's just me. I just think
if this was like Street Fighter and we was picking opponents, I would pick the wizard.
All right, man. Let's Patron, what were you going with?
I was gonna say, KJ, I need a different broom and a stick, man. I need the other broom and the other stick.
Okay. Bars, baby.
Oh man, all
you
right.
get a couple snaps for that. That was fire.
Hey, definitely, man. All right, let's move on to our next one. Here we go. All right. Disappoint your family or disappoint all your friends?
Bro, come on, man. Like, you want to be this kind of person or that kind of person? Gee, they're both bad.
Yeah,
you know what?
This one's worse.
Peep though. I gotta go with my friends. I gotta disappoint my friends before I disappoint my family.
So, young Mambo's definitely gonna go ahead and probably disappoint the family, bro. Be living young, wild, and free. But grown Mambo, I'm sorry, we're gonna disappoint the homies. It's gotta be the fan bam. You know what I'm saying? But when you young, impressionable, like you gotta think, like in a situation where it'll be disappointing your family to go to a party and be getting lit, turning up, being wild, but it would impress your friends and you'd have a good time. So my young self would be in that function lit, but the grown self, I'd much rather have those intimate experiences with my family members and share the time with family and let my friends down for. My friends gonna be there. Family, you know what I mean, isn't always gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, how you take this one, MD?
You gotta understand about my life. I got a lot of friends that are family, and I got a lot of family that are friends.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm probably gonna go against the curve. I think I'm gonna disappoint my family before I disappoint my friends, because my friends, I got a lot of friends in the trenches with me. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that were actually shooting shots with me in the gym at like 4:00 in the morning, and I got a couple family members that are right there, so I can't really like talk to them about that. But
right, no, that's real.
You get keys to the gym at 4 a.m. Cool.
It's true. I'd have been in malls. I'd have been in gym. I mean, Planet Fitness. Come on now. There's 24-hour Planet Fitness. Come on.
You're right.
Let's come on. $10 a month get you far now. Come on, somebody.
Yeah, no lie.
Let's go. No, that's true though, man. And the crazy thing about family is like they don't really have a choice but to respect it anyway.
I know.
And then on top of that, like if you disappoint, let's not.
You still family, like
you still family. Let's not act like you gonna come try to borrow $10 next week. So you be all right.
And let me kind of backtrack a little bit. If you think about it, like your friends kind of have to turn into family, or they won't be the kind of friends you really want to have around for the rest of your life. If
Yeah,
they don't
you're
get
right.
that close
Yeah,
to you,
bang,
if they don't become
bang.
that kind of close to you, you feel me? Then they're just homies. Like they're just acquaintances. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, man. Acquaintances is the perfect word.
Almost every week, every
Yeah.
other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like always
there's a
calling in,
difference.
checking in. Yeah, I mean tapping in with the homie. Like that's right
AJ,
there.
that's not true, man.
What do you say?
I've been disappointing my family for decades, so it hurts a little more disappointing friends. Oh, KJ, come on.
Oh, give him a
It's not that true,
I feel KJ
You
on
never
that.
disappointed me, bro.
I feel KJ on that wholeheartedly.
Oh. Yeah. Unfortunately, I kind of feel that with KJ and MD, man, kind of some similar things there. I mean, I know my mom pops in here, but a lot of my family doesn't support what I do. So, so there it is right there. But my friends, man, they got my back. So, I'm just more comfortable disappointing the family.
Hey, I feel there was no wrong answer. There's only a
Exactly.
I just don't like being a disappointment. That's
yes.
That's hurtful.
Who does?
It hurts me to even answer that.
I think that's why I picked my answer, because I just thought I don't really know how I disappoint my friend other than not showing up somewhere or something like that. You know what I mean? Like saying I was gonna be somewhere and not
snitching disappoint the homie for sure.
Nah, but I thought you.
What is that?
If I disappointed my family,
I don't know what that is.
I those times where it's I thought you was gonna give me a ride home from work or something.
Did I bring dishonor to the family?
That'll let the homie down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say you have to sit at the crib, right? Say you at the crib eating dinner with your family, and your homie is waiting for you to pick him up from work, and you forgot about your homie, but you eating dinner with the family.
See, vice versa. Say you're supposed to be babysitting.
That's the ultimate test right there. Because if you
say you're supposed to be babysitting your little cousin, but instead your friends really want you to come out to this party, and
that's
then
the ultimate test. Because if you
party,
snitch, you can come home to your family. If you don't snitch,
bro,
you're not gonna see your family. You're gonna be the disappointment in the family. Oh, he got locked up.
I'll be all right, but I got a steak dinner on my way out. Look,
making it tough, Patron, because in that case, the fam gonna have to get let down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fam's gonna have to be let down. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take the bid.
Oh my God. Let's move on to our next one, man. Take your pick. Be able to talk to your pets or be able to talk to dead people?
Well, I got a dog that
sure
I don't like, so that's out of the question.
I love it.
Yeah, that dog got on my nerves. Like, oh my God, just even whining. I didn't know what. Look, I be telling my dog to shut up. I don't even like not understanding what he got to say.
And I've had similar questions, and I usually go with the pet. But if I could talk to Granny right now, or talk to the Bob and just jump on FaceTime with him, that would be lit, bro. So
ooh.
I usually go with the pet. Was just a crazy sentence.
That was out of line.
I usually would, bro, because usually it's
you're tripping, Mambo. You're tripping right now.
Would you rather talk to your dog, or would you rather talk to
Mambo? You forgot about the bag. Now listen, I'm gonna take.
You forgot about the bag.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Where's the bag in this?
No, hold on. I'm gonna start talking to these dogs. I'm gonna start being the dog whisperer.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get this bag.
Bro, this is wrong.
Talk about Mambo.
Time out.
That didn't sound fresh.
He was in double Dutch roll ready to unload this clip.
While you're making your little baby dollars off of the little dog fund, I'm making millions. I'm gonna be making millions. And I'm gonna take all of Miss Cleo's clients and every psychic out here. I'm like, yo, what? Oh, your granny just passed? Oh, you just lost your best friend? Hey, I can talk to them for you. Like, what you want to say?
Look,
I'm gonna be like Whoopi Goldberg and the one white dude in that one movie, and we're gonna make a bag, bro. What's it called? Ghost, I think. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about. Look up the movie where Whoopi Goldberg talked to dead people. In that movie, that's who I'm gonna be. And we're gonna be rich. And I was thinking about the bag ID. I was.
I'm in tears.
You forgot about the
Forgot about
Hey, all I'm
On
saying
this
is,
question.
all I'm saying is,
Where did that come from?
I think a real psychic would make more money than Dr. Doolittle. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Oh my mama.
Hey, I heard that Dr. Doolittle comment.
I think like this. Somebody would probably pay $100 to $500 to talk to their pet. They might do that. That's
Way more than that.
Bro, people would pay their
It's
life.
gonna be a subscription, brother.
Only in North.
They're paying me to talk to them monthly, okay? Weekly, okay? Daily, maybe, okay? They don't want to talk to their grandma every day. They're gonna call you once every 6 months for some advice.
You're tripping, bro. What are you talking about? First of all, I'm gonna drop all my business card at the retirement home. So anytime somebody,
Why didn't tell me that this podcast was
listen here, Gertrude. I got you, Gertrude. What I call him? What's his name? His name's Eustace. I'll call him right now.
Not Eustace.
You guys are ridiculous.
Go ahead and Venmo that 1,500 deposit and send me the other 1,500 will be connected. I'm making $3,000 sales, bro. I don't think
dog made me look bad. We're not doing none of this.
Yo, you're gonna have people spending their funeral money on your freaking services, fam. That's ridiculous.
What? I got posters in the funeral homes. I got posters at hospitals. Like, hey, don't trip.
Going up.
I'm telling you.
Whoa.
I'm going to all the shelters. I'm going to all the doggy shelters. It's going up.
Hey, this is super random side note. I'm not going to take too much time. But you know how sometimes you sit on the plane next to a random person? One time, I sat on the plane with the person who is the number 2 largest designer of cremation facilities in America. And he was super rich, and that's all he does is he flies around the world building these facilities where people get cremated. I thought it was insane. Let's go on to the next Take Your Picture.
Wow, that was random.
I don't know how the bag talk got on that one.
He heard the word cemetery in depth, and he's like, "Hey, as a matter of fact, this one dude.
How can I make some money off that?"
Well, this one dude makes a lot of money off this, so apparently he can do it. I can do it.
Hey, I said all that to say I got a network. So when I'm talking to dead people, I got a plug. I got an in. I'm already. That's all I'm saying.
Ridiculous.
Building the network.
Hey, you know why I got an in? Because all the dogs are already my best friend, dummy.
Not my dog. So how about that? My dog doesn't know you.
Wait till I get this damn skill.
You can take my dog.
I'm gonna be like Mega Man, bro.
I do not like that little joker. You can take my dog.
Well,
he said you take my dog.
Well, I'm not being swayed by the bag talk, but I am gonna rather talk to dead people, man. You know, because just people gone, man. You want to see how they doing, man. Definitely on the real. So,
I'm trying to see how that
but like, check it out though, D. If you talk to them, hold on. If you talk to them, D, and they tell you they're doing terrible, then now you can't unhear that.
Bro, just think about it for a second. Tupac and Takeoff got a record right now.
Ooh,
think about that.
Hear that. and you could be the only person who could hear that,
bro. Look, Marvin Gaye
and Marvin Gaye did the beat.
Bro, come on, man. They got a fresh new Marvin Gaye sample that nobody's ever
with
heard.
Bob Marley on the bridge. You're not thinking big.
You're not
thinking big, bro.
What is this Facebook user on, man? What if all them dead folks just take the time to let folks know they ain't ish? Like, don't speak about the dead like that.
Oh my god. Sign your name, Facebook user. Sign your name.
Real. They keeping it in the butt.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather talk to him, because from the other side they'd be like, "Hey, bro, look, now that I'm gone, you know the one homie, yeah, bro, he be stealing, bro. You need to watch."
The reason why I'm dead in the first place.
He said he didn't do it. He shot me for real. He said he didn't, but I'm telling you, he did.
Yeah, bro. You probably...
All right, yeah, let's move on, man. We got to move on.
It's getting dark in here.
Here we go. Take your pick. Let's see what direction this one goes in. We'll only be able to whisper or only be able to shout.
Oh, hell no.
only.
Hey, y'all remember that movie? Hey, yo, y'all remember that movie Hoodlum? I'm gonna be just like Whispers.
So you could be like the one little Asian girl from Pitch Perfect, or like Samuel L.
Nah,
Jackson.
like the dude from Hoodlum, the dude with the knife and shit.
Like
how
quiet of a whisper is it?
Man, it's a whisper.
You gotta talk like this all the time.
What if you
gotta talk like this all the time?
What? Because if I have to talk like this all the time, then it'd just be very difficult to be on the radio because you guys could end up talking over top of me.
That's not a whisper, Mom.
That's not a whisper.
Yeah, you gotta say it over the. You gotta make your own background.
Yeah, you gotta do like the old man weight, bro.
You gotta put your own background on your head. Put some reverb.
I don't think I can be on the radio with you.
Can you imagine just the rest of your life? You're like, what did you say? Huh? What? Who?
Yeah, but if I had to talk to you guys like this all the time, like every single time I was talking like this, that would be pretty crazy.
I mean, I just don't think like, okay, what if I got broke, right? If
I'm just saying.
What if I got broke, right? And I'm looking at it like this. I got super broke, and I'm trying to commit a crime. I'm not about to be up here like, yeah, what? I'm not about to do none of that. I'm not doing none of that.
Look, this is the thing with this. Look, bro, this is the thing. This is the thing with this one.
You guys are ridiculous.
There's so many scenarios for each one where it's like terrible, right? So like on the radio, you can't really whisper, but you can shout, right? Now, like imagine.
Hold up, I may challenge that. JJ Grant is pointing out the Yin Yang Twins and David Banner did it.
No, but like they whisper.
They really did it.
That you like to hear. Come on.
Hold on, though, bro.
Come on,
hold on, though, bro.
I'm whispering.
Look. Could you imagine if when you had to pick somebody up on a date or shoot your shot at somebody, you had to shout? Like that's when you want to talk kind of love. You're, hey, what's going on? No, you fine as hell for real. Like for real, like I've been looking at you for a minute from across the room. Like like that would be tough. Or here's another situation. You're at the bank and like your account's kind of on the fritz. He's what? I only have $72. What do you mean?
Every talking to you.
And do y'all have one of those uncles that doesn't not yell? They're just up at all.
Go get me a cup out the kitchen.
Nah, but
it all sounds like an order, huh?
Right?
My dad used to do that, and whenever he talked on the phone, and it wasn't until like I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago, and I woke up in the morning and I took a little business call, and Shorty looked at me so crazy, and I realized like I had turned into him on the phone, like just being fairly loud, like I didn't have to talk regular, like yeah, you know what I'm saying, because like for real, bro, like no.
Hey, you know what? Now that we're pondering, man, I think their hearing's going.
Probably.
I think the hearing's going.
You know what? For sake of maintaining my careers and staying to the bag, I'm gonna have to pick shout for this one because I can still perform, I can still be on the radio, and you know what I mean, it's just that people gonna hear me. I just don't tell secrets. Don't tell me none of your secrets. That's it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with whisper. I'm gonna go with whisper, and what I'm gonna do is every time I want to talk to somebody, I'm gonna hand them one of these little earbuds, and they can turn the hearing aid up.
Ooh. Actually, I'm about to switch because that's
and
good.
Then everybody, and then you be the only person that can hear me.
Well, I'm gonna have a representative too. I like that. I'm gonna switch to whisper with a representative. That's nice. Because then you can just whisper in their ear. And now you look like a real boss. Because like every time people talking to you, hey Mambo, what you think about that? And I'm just well, Mambo said that he thinks that'd be a good idea for real. But yeah, idea. I like that. You outside of the box. we're losing money because we got to pay this guy now, but it's okay.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds
Nah,
me.
you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I'm gonna use hearing aids.
Hold on.
But Mr. P?
No, remember like Chris Rock when he was like battle rapping the old dude?
Yeah.
Tremendous repeat. He had his lawyer. He was like, man, I'm too dope for this. I'm gonna just whisper everything for my lawyer. He's gonna spit everything. Hey, that had me
That was the Chris Rock show?
No, it wasn't a Chris Rock show. It was
Dave Chappelle.
Hot Fire. It was Super Hot Fire versus Chris Rock, but he went as Tremendous Repeat. That was like a super.
Never seen that. That's crazy though.
I'm gonna show you the video after this.
Yeah.
Word. Well, man, ID, whatever you had to say, real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the next one.
Oh, I'm gonna hand everybody a hearing aid when I want to talk to them, so they can be the only person that can hear me.
Word, for sure. All right, let's move on to our next.
No, I ain't got to pay no representatives.
Question,
yeah. Next question. Here we go. It's actually our last take your pick. So here we go. Be a character in an action-packed thriller, or be a character in a romantic comedy.
Oh.
See, it depends which character I am in the action-packed thriller and which character I am in the comedy. Because if I'm a main leading dude in the romantic comedy, that's pretty lit. I'm really funny, and at the end of the movie, I get the girl and maybe another girl in between. That's lit. But if I'm the character,
man,
bro, this guy is
maybe it's not a comedy.
That's it. That's comedy in it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but if I'm
you gotta
thriller,
play the role.
Probably really good. I drive real fast, but like the potential that like I might get injured or hurt throughout the movie is higher.
Man, bump that. I'm Jason Statham. I'm Bruce Willis. I'm going hard. Let's go. Bang, bang, shoot him up. Kick the door down. Blow the wall up. Let's get it popping.
And that's that. What you doing, MD?
I'm trying to look at like action-packed thrillers right now just to see what kind of like for references.
You know, allegedly, it only takes a 4-pound block of C4 to blow a bus up. We can really make this movie thing happen.
I want to choose that. Yep.
You doing the action?
We're blowing that up.
You know what I'm saying?
JJ went with the action-packed thriller.
He says he's watched too many Jackie Chan.
I feel you
films.
on that. Those are the classics, JJ.
My only hang up though is of not going with an action-packed thriller is you just have a bigger chance of dying. So
I'm Denzel in Equalizer. Don't do that.
If you're the main character, you're gonna die. But like if you're not the main character in action-packed thriller, like the odds are not in your favor, my baby. It's just
what if you're Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea? You're dead.
He wasn't the main character. He was just the first black guy to die. Like
you gonna look like LL Cool J and In Too Deep.
Oh.
See, that's a good role. See, I just don't know that many like romantic comedies. So what's like romantic? Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man was a romantic comedy. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
The What Women Want. What Women Want. The where you can hear what women are thinking.
Yeah, that was another one too. That was
50 First Dates.
Due Date.
Yep.
See, so that movies is funny. They lighthearted. Not too much be going on. People work regular jobs. It's like middle class America. But like action packed.
Hey, hold on. There is no such thing as middle class America anymore.
He called it mid.
There's no such thing as middle class America anymore.
We'll call it upper middle. There's upper middle and lower middle. Most of us are just in lower middle. That's how it
I'm gonna
works.
just say one name. I'm gonna just say one name and just shut this whole thing down. All right.
Okay.
John Wick. Don't say nothing else.
Gang.
Don't say nothing else.
He was low key lonely though. Like John Wick, like he didn't have no homies.
Yo, but so was the Punisher, bro.
You need to watch a romantic comedy.
I just don't want my life being a whole Tyler Perry movie, like
whole Tyler Perry movie.
Okay. Like, I just got. You think it, Tyler? I'm thinking more like what's a good? See, if I was gonna go action movie, I wouldn't go John Wick. I gotta go like Fast and Furious or something. We gotta have like a little bit. Like some of them action movies be mad lonely, bro. Like all you do is wake up and go run, do sit-ups, and then go shoot your gun, and then go. And like, no, that's bad, bro. Like you don't never cuddle ever,
bro. Shorty's already in the bed.
You don't ever go out to dinner. You don't ever smoke no tree. You don't take a drink. Like you just be.
Nah, like, there's people already at the door. Get the gun.
Okay, Harp Herman has an interesting take right here. It'd be cool to be the supporting friend of the main in the action-packed duel because you know he's probably going to die once the trilogy is done for him. Then showtime, longevity, anticipation, and a greater rise. Ouch.
That's rude. That's like the best. No, you know what? That's like the best friend. Hold on, that's like the best friend that's just waiting for you to like kick the bucket so he can go and tell your wife how she always has a best friend in him and he'll always be there. And
the Sundance Kid.
Sundance Kid. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. We are way over the break, man. So we gotta pay some bills real quick.
I'm gonna get up out of here too, man.
Well, yeah, we can be right back with you later on, ID, for ID the question for sure. But for now, man, pay some bills. We got a joint from MD Soulful's upcoming album here shortly. So keep it locked. This is Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yo, what's going on, man? You're here with your boy Shay TV of Bridgeview Media, and I'm on Fresh Juice every Wednesday on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and my boy OG Mambo, man. Let's go.
Love food? Here's some storage tips to keep it fresh longer. Store cut fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Place in reusable containers. Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Welcome to the Fitness Corner. I'm your host, Mark Bryant, and you're going to get a whole total body workout on my show, starting off with a warm-up, aerobics, strength training, cool down, and stretching every Friday from 11:30 to 12 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yo, this is Afrock representing the capital, Olympia, Washington. You're tuning to Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, the Juice Pack with D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo.
Man, that is how you do.
Yeah.
Woo! MD Soulful. It's called Remy. It's off his upcoming album, yo.
Let's go. Lisa Simpson ain't got nothing on you.
Yes. Lisa Simpson, yo. That's for real, man. And I don't know where to start with things. Oh, there's Mambo, man. But yeah,
boy, that was so soulful. I had to go get some tissue for my eyes, man. I started tearing up, bro.
He's already in romantic comedy.
Man, that's a romantic comedy right there. They gonna play some MD Soul. Put me in the romantic comedy so I can hear some MD Soulful, man. And my
I'm pulling the strap out the sax case still.
Oh man. Speaking of, later on in the show, MD will be doing a live performance, so look forward to that. We also got another track from his upcoming album later on in the show as well, man. So lots coming at you, so stay right here. But yeah, man, Grammy nominated, man. You were on that Kendrick album, Miss Morale, and the High Steppers. Big Steppers, sorry. Yeah. So what was your involvement in that?
So first of all, before I even mention anything, I gotta shout out to the big brother Mario Luciano.
Legend.
Super legendary producer in the game. My job was to play the saxophone, and I did very minimal on this record. I have songwriter credits on this album, so I'm a Grammy Award winning songwriter for this song called Savior. And so the story behind that is when Kendrick Lamar won Rap Album of the Year, that put on everybody who had anything to do. So not only did I become a Grammy Award winner, my guy Mario Luciano, shout out to Big Bro, became a Grammy Award winning producer. So that's my involvement.
Okay.
It was the song Savior?
Song Savior.
Gotcha.
Man, that's
and you guys got a few of them in the vault too. I know y'all got the titlement for that one too, but you got other work too that's credited, that's been released by other high level artists too. Am I correct?
Yeah, I can't really speak on some of that until it get released. I can't say too much.
Even that exclusivity, just putting that in the air is good to know that's in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
When they release, you'll hear in real time, be like, oh yeah, MD on that too. Oh, what? MD on that too.
I loved it. I love it, man.
Because it is the hot topic of discussion, we can definitely start there. So you mentioned it before, bro. How did you get connected with Mario, bro? Like, talk about some of like that introduction and the conception of your guys' relationship, because a lot of people don't even know how that worked. You know what I'm saying? That people produce and things like that too. So share some game for them.
So look, check this out. So we're gonna bring up Chimmeringa Renaissance for one more again. Big Bro, 10 die, shout out to him. We gotta this could be a multiple segue to how I met Tendai, but for timing purposes, unless y'all want to ask that, Tendai's
your whole episode, you got the whole 2 hours, so go as deep as you need to, brother.
Okay, so my guy Tendai, we was rocking, and he was like, "Bro, I gotta introduce you to Moon Man." I'm like, Moon Man, that's what he goes. That's like his old name or whatever. But
shout out to Moon Man.
Shout out to Moon Man. So he's like, yeah, you got to meet my guy, Moon Man, bro. He got this studio, da-da-da-da-da. I'm not going to say the whole business, but he's like, yo, you just got to, you can only go there on certain times of the day, yada, yada, yada. But he got the dopest, illest studio. We about to go there. He's going to fall in love with you.
Oof.
And so I brought my saxophone and watched him work. I didn't even play, but I ended up getting his contact information. The second day, like he calls me like, hey, bro, we're about to link. Like, hey, pull up. So we end up pulling up, and it's, you know, that's another section. That's the other session with me, Tendai, and Moomin, Mario Luch. And then Luch ends up calling me over again. He's like, hey, bro, I need you to pull up. I got some samples we got to make. So I was like, bet. So pull up, make some samples. This is the third day. This is the first official time I'm like working with him. Mm. This is also the same time he just realized he went platinum for the first time off of off of the production he did for her and YG called Slide. And shout out to my guy Jimmy James, who's an amazing guitar player. He got his first plaque off that too. So they went platinum for that and became Grammy nominated off that. Mm. And so after that, I'm like, oh. And then he bought me pizza that same time. So I'm recording this in real time, like just like his reactions, like, "Hey, bro, my guy just told me like I went platinum," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm next to a platinum like record producer right now." This is like,
and anyone who's ever been in any club, at a baseball game, anywhere, you definitely heard this record. It's a record to look up. Slide by YG and Her, and big shout out to Big Bro Tendai. When I heard that Mario did that one to myself, I said, "Whoa!"
right. And
It
the crazy part about it is I listened, right? So when I heard the guitar on that record, there's a distinct sound that Jimmy James had. I heard that. I'm like, oh, this is real. This ain't no just BS. This is like literally Jimmy James and Mario Luch. Oh my God, Seattle's up. We on, baby.
that bass line slid too.
Oh yeah. Sure did. So just a lot of beautiful music coming from the city.
Yes, for sure, man. For
So
sure.
so you got so big shout out to Chimurenga. I guess that's the perfect segue into what we said we was going to talk about, man. Talk about your version of the bumper shoot experience, man.
First of all, that was the most hectic day ever because, like, for real, I got a haircut that morning. I had to start. I was not about to hop on that stage without a haircut. That was just not gonna happen. Like,
Right.
I'm not about to just have my first bumper shoot experience looking raggedy. Like, that's just not gonna happen. And then on top of that, performing with my brother OG Mambo, Tendai, who sang Cologne, you know what I'm saying, and then also producer Brainy Beats. Shout out to him. Who produces for a really dope African band called Samini. So just a lot of moving pieces in this one. So we did the show with them, and like when I tell you, like from that morning, just getting there, seeing all the snacks, all the candy, all the like the red vines and all the Sprite that you can drink. I'm like, oh, we made it. We made it for real. Like we did it. So we did that, and then just to get outside and the first thing we see is, oh, this is the artist section. They got free drinks. I'm like, huh? Excuse me. We got libations. Yeah, so we got libations. They got the massages and the chiropractic stuff and all this, and then the food. I mean, there's a little bit of a hiccup with the food, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Low-key went to a stage that we thought we was performing on, but didn't. But I'm not mad at it. That still went on IG.
They had to be selling food, right?
Yeah, they were selling food, but we got free food. We got the tickets and whatnot. So, I mean, the food was cool. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, it was edible. So I'm not mad at it. I mean, you can't mess up tacos.
That's what I was saying too, man. Like it was just more about the experience of transitioning from a bumper shoot attendee to being in those rooms.
I'll say this as well. I covered a bumper shoot probably like 10 years ago as media, man. I just remember going there in the media room and just like the spread was there for us as well. Just like, damn, I ain't seen so much food before.
That part.
Right. Exactly.
And you was up on it 10 years ago?
Yeah, man.
I'm like, and I can't confirm or deny my first bumper shoot actual experience because I may or may have not found a way in. So I can't talk about that. The streets is talking. So
no snitching.
That's what me and MD was talking about when we was actually leaving the event, though, man. 'Cause as we're walking out, we see some like high school kids on their way into the venue trying to get in, and they were like looking for wristbands. I think one kid had a band, but the other kid needed a band. They was trying to figure out their way to work around security, and it was just this nostalgic flashback to be like, man, like,
bro,
this was us.
And it wasn't like during the day. This was like the last. You only get like 15 more minutes, but it was worth it. Like
for people who don't know, I know we got a lot of like national and international following supporters. Bumper Shoot in Seattle is like, it's like our Coachella. You know what I'm saying? It's one of our it's one of our largest festivals that we have out here in the city. to give you guys some references to some acts that I was sneaking in to see. I remember I saw Kanye West with Blue Scholars opening. I saw Wu-Tang Clan rock. Lupe Fiasco. Actually, I'm sorry. Lupe Fiasco opened for Kanye, and Blue Scholars opened for Wu-Tang Clan. That's how they did that one. But like, there's a lot of international
heavy hitter.
The year I covered, we covered performances from Mac Miller and Kendrick, man. So
that's the
you
one.
know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you were there. Okay,
it's as large as it gets. That's why it's such a big deal. Just to put that 10 on it too. You know what I'm saying? Let you guys know.
I was gonna ask you. So, is it a lot of kids?
Man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention to none of that. Because after the performance, it was me and OG Mambo rapping, pretty much talking business and whatnot, and our game plan for the future. And then another person challenged me to dominoes, and I had to get with him. so again, I took advantage of the artist section. I didn't care about nothing else. I heard all these people before.
All Fresh Juice listeners, MD is ready at all times.
He's throwing down on the dominoes, yo.
I saw a different side of bro. This is my brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, really rocket and funny to the tying it all together with the Moon Man situation. That's the same way how we got connected. Big shout out to Tendai and the Chimarena Renaissance situation. But this man just always shows up ready, whether it's for dominoes, whether it's to play saxophone. I believe me and Webb were rocking
dominoes and saxophone.
No, that's what MD stands for. MD stands for Master Dominologist.
Okay, that was a question coming.
We was rocking with Jay Electronica, I think. It was either DJ Quick or Jay Electronica.
Jay Elect.
Nice. And Tendai shows up as he always did. That's my big bro, mentor, really supporting. Shows up to the show. Him who's saying, "Hey, bro, you about to kill tonight? Hey, man, you gotta meet my guy, bro. You gotta meet my guy, MD." And you see that we both switch our voice the same when we talk like that. He really sound like that.
Really sound like that.
You gotta meet my guy. Bro.
Gotta meet my guy.
I said, all right, cool. All right, cool. He brings him backstage the next year. I'm chilling. I'm like getting dressed at this point, right? He goes, "Oh, yeah, it's my guy, MD, bro." He's like, "Oh, good to meet you, bro. Oh, what's happening, bro? Nice to meet you." He's like, "Yeah, bro. He could play saxes. He could do whatever." I said, "That's what's up, bro. You really get down?" He said, "Yeah, bro. I could get down right now." Bro, with the straight, when I tell you, this man said that to me with the straightest face. And I just looked at him. I said, "Oh, for real? Like, we go on in like 20, 30. How long it usually take you to like get with the music?" He said, "Send me the music right now." Yeah. I said, "Send you the." But I gotta take the glasses off so you can say, I said, "Send you the music right now." I said, "All right."
But real quick, MD, you born and raised in Seattle?
Man, Central District, born and raised. My birthday is 206, literally.
A word.
So I honestly tell people there's nobody more Seattle than me. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's real.
I was born at 12:01 a.m. on February 6th, too.
What? This is special, man. Damn.
It's real.
Well, man, that's so special. We gotta take a break.
Let me wrap this for you. So he says, "No, I could get ready right now. Send me the music." I said, "Send you the music." All right, cool. Mind you, we go on and like now it was 27 minutes till we go on. Now we're at like 22 minutes. I send him the music. He disappears to, I'm guessing, his car, I don't know, headphones. And he's gone for like 10, 12 minutes. Comes back. He goes, "Yo, big bro, I'm ready." I said, "Word?" I just play one song. He gives me the shortest riff. I said, "Stop. All right, let's go." Boom. We jump on stage and me and MD have been rocking ever since. So all artists out there, before we go on break, if you are a musician, if you're a vocalist, if you're anything, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I sent this man music backstage, 19 minutes to showtime. He disappeared, studied the music for 8 minutes, bro. The whole set list, front to back, got every cadence he needed, presented the cadence to me. And ever since that moment, bro, I was like, no, look. I looked at him and said, "Look, anytime I'm not doing a show without you, bro. I can't do it. I gotta have you, man." And on that note,
man.
Yes,
Fresh Juice, we gotta pay some bills.
Yes, we do. Before that, we're going to take it to Tacoma with a new song from Bars off the album TSA. This is the title track on it. So check out Bars' new track, TSA, in video right here on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. And when we come back, another song from MD Soulful's upcoming album.
I was just another kid trying to rap, trying to hit big. I gotta stack up every ticket I scratched. All the ambition I had, but it was vision I lacked. I stopped drinking, thought different, jog, this is my path. I embark slow then speed up like yards won't complete this drive. Darts thrown at me will fly sparse, but how can I put bars over beats when my car's overheating? Life's hard, both the DUI charge holding fees in my chart. No diseases lie start. Hoes repeated, cow stop. Don't delete this mic's hot. Bro is speaking, but I remember saving my checks to buy equipment. Computer crashing, find a part so I could try to fix it. Too busy trying to fit in, feeling like my rhymes are scripted. Had to be honest with myself, not how my life's depicted. They say forget your bad memories and cherish the good, but making music kept me sane when no therapist could. I don't care when I should. In my room I'm concocting headphones so loud I can't even hear opportunity knocking. My mother, she smothered me, never had the chance to explore, but I was her only child. Doctor said she can't have any more. Can't replay this bitch. My way of living past and ignore. Past relationships negated this, my passion restored. But understanding this all happened before. The hustle left of me's muscle memory, crafted and scored. When customers complained they got harassed at the door, Muhammad used to let us hide inside the back of his store, and I'm forever grateful. Doing what I'm supposed to, not the ones that's getting stapled. My feet arched and fell off every step I take though, but I'ma keep marching like we forgetting April. Yeah, see the corner store made my skin tough. Coming from the kid who didn't win much. Still inside this trap like the lens stuck. Brims up, writing songs in my head, driving this lift truck. Feeling like everybody want their hands in it. Mixed nuts. Look in the mirror, like look at the monster you've become. I still have doubts that the day I make it'll truly come. Never see the credit till it's over like the movie's done. But you could tell competition, the plot just twisted and Rudy won. I do this for the chance to save you, do this for the accolades. Rhyming over samples played, not catching them, I'm crashing waves. Closure for my saddest days, not hoping that my patterns praise. Even if they look forward to this more than they Saturdays. The gigs I used to get shoulda came with some hazard pay. Couldn't pay half of this shit I still picture on this canvas laid. My dad told me to be successful, the fastest ways to have a trade. But before I had the chance to say my plan ain't the same as his, he'll laugh and make some old passive phrase like, good luck with that, but your ass won't pay even half the wages I make. Do that and life's great. Only can tell me cut to this shit so many times until the knife breaks. Idols are scarce, it's such a joke that these rappers still fighting for shares like my cousins over my grandma's will. Wipe and see all the tyranny from all the past and still put pride to sleep from the irony in this jagged pill. Thought I was the best out, busting the coldest. Then Cavell knocked me out, that was a humbling moment. Tainted my love and devotion. Now it's rusted, corroded. I'm puffing this locust so much I had to double my dosage. My friends came at me with dozens of motives. I had to cut them off, start fresh, cause I'm done with the whole shit. My old albums like demos had to shuffle the whole list. All this dust, I'ma blow it off these subtle approaches. Didn't see how I'm supposed to see it, I'm readjusting the focus. My eyes is on the finish line, not who's coming the closest.
Hey yo, this is L Rock, and you tuned into the Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo, where it's always jugging.
Hey Seattle, here are some storage tips to love food, stop waste. Onions make potatoes sprout faster. Keep onions away from potatoes. Ripe bananas give off a gas that makes the fruit around them ripen faster. Store bananas away from other fruits. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Ghost Show. The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier... wait, what's it? RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Right about now.
RainierAvenueRadio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
We must all remain committed to slow the spread of coronavirus, taking care of ourselves and not putting others in harm's way, especially those already at higher risk of getting seriously ill, including people over 65 or those with underlying medical conditions. If you must be out, avoid crowded areas, stay 6 feet or 2 arm lengths away from others, and wear a face covering. Wash hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after being in public spaces. Avoid touching your face, cough or sneeze in a tissue, then throw it away. Disinfect frequently touched objects. And if you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. Slowing coronavirus means taking care of ourselves while also protecting others. Even if you're not at high risk, these steps should be taken to help slow the spread of coronavirus. We are all in this together.
This is A-Style Alive, and then you're now rocking with Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, with D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. All right? Tune in, lock in, love.
Woo! Yes, MD Soulful, Just Live off the upcoming album, man.
Smoke that, man.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. So the album, man, what can you tell us about it? Is do you have a name for it yet, or
I have
okay
that I that I'm kind of going back and forth. I don't know much about it because there's still a couple things that have been like locked up in the process. There's a specific artist I'm trying to work with.
Ooh.
And hopefully she gets the message. And
Ooh.
If and I wrote a song specifically for her.
Okay.
And I think her management may have it.
Oh.
And may be down to collab.
Okay.
So if this is the case, then yeah. But I like, you know.
Yeah.
I put it out there in the air, man.
We're putting it out there in the air. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much about
It's going out in the universe. We see it. We see it going. Yeah.
Yeah. We got cool things. We got.
How long you been in that bag, bro? The production bag. Like, when did you decide that you wanted to start kind of I guess the way I want to say it sounds like do it for yourself almost, you know what I'm saying? Because being an instrumentalist, it takes a conglomerate, but when you're doing production, it's more of like a personalized experience, from my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So how long you been diving into that bag?
Well, like, to be honest with you, you know, I've always saw myself as a live instrumentalist. So like I never really had an interest for production. I was actually running away from it a lot until COVID happened. So like 2020, everybody's in the crib, everybody's locked down. I can't perform for nobody. I'm risking my life going to Atlanta and Arizona to go perform for people and coming back. Cool, but then catch COVID like right in Washington trying to be slick. So that didn't really work out. So
right.
You know, the production, like as a self-producer, I didn't really start until like 2020. And I was like,
oh, wow.
This is why people do this. And so mix that with what I learned from the live and then kind of unlearning, you know, kind of unlearning like the live aspect and kind of learning like simplicity and little like tricks to the trade when it comes to production was like a whole nother learning curve for me.
Wow. Were people like a Mario instrumental in that? Like, is that what you're? Because I feel like you learn from observation more than even just somebody like laying it out for you. You can kind of just peep and figure out, okay, this is where I fit in. Oh, this is what they was doing. Okay, how can I do that for myself?
Man, I gotta say Mario put in a lot of time with me. Only because like Mario is just so intricately introspective. Like there's nothing that misses his ear, and there's a specific sound that he's trying to get because he's listened to the greats and he studied them. And I mean, from Motown to just all the OGs that I grew up listening to. So he had to work with and like really, really like hammer that like less is more. Cause like live, I got all the licks, I got all the tricks, I got all the, you know, I can surprise you and give you that wow factor. But like nobody's trying to hear that in the studio.
Simplify.
Nobody's trying to like hear like on a rap album. Like
right. Yeah, a little complicated.
Like you need to chill out a little bit.
Funny you say that because Kendrick is probably the only album I would expect to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, it's about who's producing. Terrence Martin, for instance, another great producer who I met a couple times and got a chance to like chop it up with, like him as a saxophone player, and who's delve into jazz to the point where he is like, okay, I'm about to nerd out a little bit. Like he's playing on Jackie McLean's like Berg Larson. Like Jackie McLean is a really dope like jazz legend in the game. So to even being able to have his mouthpiece and being able to record on some of this records that Kendrick has and then win a Grammy on top of that to Pimp a Butterfly, that's amazing within itself. It's an amazing feat within itself. But even him, like how he produces and being able to tell his stories and learning how to, you know, capture moments with music is a little bit more different than what I was doing. A lot more different than what I was doing.
Gotcha.
And that was just a whole different level of just trying to grasp production opposed to like live instrumentation and live like producing. You know, that's a different game.
Man, for real.
Man, so how long you been banging on instruments and playing horns?
Well, like we could start off when I was like probably like 2 or 3. My mom in her apartment had a keyboard or a piano that I would walk across on, and I got a picture on IG of me doing that. My mom captured it.
Like in the movie Big?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. So I was a baby, and like nobody ever thought I was gonna like learn how to play music. Like it was just one of those like, oh, he's just
having fun. Yeah.
Having fun. And then moved into a house. That same piano would go to my dad's garage outside, and then I would like teach myself melodies on it. And my dad never knew that. My mom never knew that. So that's just what it was. I always asked my dad, could I play a sax? And that was around 5th grade. And instead of getting the saxophone, I got a trumpet because saxophones, like you got to pay for reeds. And, like,
it's super expensive. A trumpet, you get the horn, you know what I mean? Some valve oil.
Right.
And you all right. I'm a brass player myself, bro. So I know, bro.
Yeah, bro. So I played trumpet, up into that part. And then the interesting transitional period happened from one middle school to another. I'd say so that happened, and then I kept begging my dad for a saxophone, and he finally gave me one, and I was trash. I was horrible.
Okay.
So that
well, I know it's a little intricate and it can get a little deep, so go as far as you want to go, but talk a little bit about how different the two instruments are too, because I think a lot of people, when they think of like trumpet and saxophone and these instruments that fuse so well together in a jazz ensemble and they sound so good together, they don't understand what it takes to actually play each. Like you can't just put your trumpet down and pick up a saxophone. There's a word called embouchure, which is like the way you shape your mouth. So when you're playing trumpet, there's a certain way you got to shape your mouth in order for air to come out into the horn. And when you play the saxophone, there's a certain way you got to shape your mouth in order for air to come out of the horn. When you play the flute, there's a different way you got to shape your mouth in order for air to come out. So talk about a little bit about that transition, bro. Like how difficult was it to grasp? Because I feel like when you just say I was trash, I feel like people don't understand. They'll be like, oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, because
but there's a reason for that.
Oh no, there's a huge reason for that. So look, that's a good question. I was not expecting that. He's throwing some fire at me. So trumpet, like, it's a horn. It's not just a regular horn. It is a brass instrument. So you have a mouthpiece that you connect to the horn, the rest of the horn, and then you're literally like, putting your lips together, and you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're making fart. You're buzzing. You're making fart noises, pretty much. That's
literally.
But then you go.
It sounds funny to y'all, bro. But literally, you go to a jazz camp or something, they're gonna make you sit there for about 5 minutes talking about.
Facts.
No, think you playing the butt.
No, that's real.
Sound like you playing the butt trumpet.
No, that's real. No, it's real. It's crazy. But then transition over to saxophone, where you got to take your top teeth. You're playing with your teeth and your bottom lip, and then you're supposed to be making noise like that. Now, nobody told me about reed thickness and how intricate or how important that was. So that played a factor. Nobody told me about lining up the reed with the mouthpiece and with the ligature, which holds the reed and the mouthpiece together. And then on top of that, it's kind of like saying the F syllable, like, so nobody explained that. So I'm trying to make noise, and I'm mad because my mom's like, give this here, and she's making noise out of the horn before I am. So it's a whole transition. And then on top of that, trumpet, you got 3 valves. Right.
Yeah, three little buttons. That's for those of y'all who don't know what a valve is. The buttons, the keys on there.
The keys. You got a gang of buttons on the saxophone, and you're trying to it looked like you throwing them gang signs trying to learn how to it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And I've had that was the only instrument that I had to take saxophone. I had to take lessons on. I took lessons for about 1.5 years, 2 years, 3 years really, between 2 teachers. And then when I couldn't afford it, it was different. But even then, I didn't have my awakening moment until a 7th grade jazz concert, until somebody turned on the light switch. Like, oh, this makes sense.
Man, they say that they flip the switch.
So check this out. Again, I went from cheeks. I went from cheeks to class. Insert your favorite A word there, because
right. I got you.
So shout out to Mr. Roberts, by the way. That was my favorite jazz instructor of all time. very knowledgeable, and also another saxophone player. Not all band instrument players play everything, but he's a saxophone player for sure. And then I met this jazz musician by the name of Darren Motambity, who gave me my first blues scale. And so this is a middle of a jam session. He's decided I'm going to take a couple kids who wants to jam with me, and we're going to play music. And he's like, okay, look, we're about to play to this backing track that I made. Here's the blues scale. He whispered 7 notes in my ear. It was a blues scale. The concert C blues scale, which is my A blues scale. That's a major scale, and that was A. But that's perfect. I have perfect pitch. We'll talk about that later. So, but it was so we did that, and then next thing you know, I started playing the blues, and I started playing stuff, and everybody's like, "Yo, he's killing!"
Right?
And then that kind of like boosted my confidence to like explore it. So now I'm playing like stuff that, like, hold on, you was killing it, but now you're really killing it, and you don't even know what you're doing, and everybody's looking at me like, whoa,
right?
So now I became like this musician that had it, opposed to yesterday when I didn't have it, and I got my first standing ovation that night.
Man,
7th grade.
7th grade got the standing ovation. That's legend in the making.
Yes, sir.
Cannot wait for you to play the sax here live in studio here in a moment, man.
I was gonna ask how many valves are on the sax?
Yeah, I can't even, like, to this day I couldn't even tell you. Like, I would have put my saxophone out and count. Like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Some
trumpet has 3.
Wow. Yeah, so there's a lot of buttons. A lot of buttons
Trumpet's got 3. So when they say about them buttons right there, but see the thing, just so you know, I got a shout out from my brass players. As a brass player, the thing about those 3 keys is you gotta think how many combinations those 3 make. So those 19 keys can make you all of the notes on a scale. So whether it's, you know what I mean, the dun 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 dun, but with those 3 keys, you can only do so many combos. So you got to know where to shift it. Oh, is it 2 down, 3 down, 1 down, 2 down, open? How do I tighten it down? You know, is it the third one down? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so, and then another thing too is like, and OG can really like attest to this. Like, you got to play with your whole face when you're playing trumpet.
For sure.
Like, you're not gonna get none of your high notes like on trumpet unless you raise your eyebrows.
Get them eyebrows up.
Eyebrows got to be up, cheeks got to be super tight. You really searching for that high note when you're looking for the high note. You know what I'm saying?
So, in fact, with taking what I learned from trumpet, that's why I was able to go as high as I can on saxophone. So I do something called overtones, and so these are playing notes that aren't typically designed on saxophone, but you're continuing the scale and hitting the tone like they were there. So I can hit range on alto.
Can you kill it on the saxophone without moving the eyebrows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could. But again, the level of how much I want to kill it depends on how much
Man, with all these demonstrations, man, it's time to race to our show and tell portion, man. So yeah, we got a couple of high school football games going on this weekend that we want to talk about real quick. This Friday, check out Chief Self at Lakeside. That's going down at 5 p.m. We'll be broadcasted live from Memorial Stadium right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And then after that, at 7:45, we're taking Lincoln, and they're playing against number 7 Garfield right there. Both of those teams started the season 0-1. Actually, we also have a pop-in actually right now. Remember at the beginning of the show with Liquid LTD, I looked it up. It means limited. So Liquid Limited right here, man. Joining us from Montreal real quick before his song debut of I Walk. So let's go ahead and bring him in real quick for just a pop-in.
Standing old, baby. Standing old.
Liquid?
Man, you just lit me up, man. I worked with a guy up here called Therapy, man. He has a band, Franklin Electric, and we were signed with Capitol Records, man. He played the horn on a lot of our stuff, and you just you inspire me, man. It's 1:15 up here, or 1:30 in Canada, but
appreciate you staying up
Easy,
with us,
bruh. Easy,
Yeah.
bruh.
appreciate being there, man. Appreciate being here right now.
Hey,
Thanks, guys.
and just to clarify, can you say your name for us in full so we got it live and documented how it's supposed to be enunciated?
Well, it's Liquid Ltd because when the digital era came,
I thought
say it out like
so.
that. Okay.
No, but you know what? I was Liquid with Brand Van Feature. We were signed with Capitol Records. We had a big song called "Drinking in LA." And
Yeah, okay.
at Seattle, man, Seattle treated us so good when we were there. We actually were on the thing called the Real World in the 90s, the end of the 90s.
Yeah,
there.
bro.
Yeah, Seattle was wild, man. And but that when I signed my independent deal, I had to put something else. So I just put an LTD on the end because they fucking made me. They made me feel. Sorry, excuse me. They made me feel.
That was gonna be me.
They made me feel. They made me feel very. Pardon me. They made me feel very limited, you know. So I just put the LTD on, at the end there. So
Respect, so this is man. Liquid who is
Yeah.
limited, but you still get to do your thing. That's fire,
just
bro.
doing it, man. You know, breaking it
Liquid
down.
LTD sound better than me anyway.
I know, man. That was great what you just said, man. You just inspired. You brought me way back to because I have a lot. I have a lot of respect for the
right back.
Yeah, man. Our
Man,
guy
so
from
talk
Montreal
a little
right
bit about
here.
this release, bro. Talk about this release, man. Live from Montreal, bro. It's a big deal. We like.
Yeah,
to
we're
jump
about to
on
play
it.
your record right here. I Walked, man. Tell us about it before we play it.
Man, you know, it's just I hitchhiked to Montreal when I was 16 years old. Grew up in a small town, Peterborough, Ontario. Wearing the hat right now, and there wasn't a lot of room for art, so I hitchhiked, man. I was going east or west on the highway. I ended up going east, and I came down to Montreal, hit the clubs, and it was acid jazz movement at the beginning of the 90s, and I was playing with a lot of cats around here. I ended up hooking up with Poetic from the Gravediggers around that time, and back and forth to Brooklyn. So that's it was my journey, man. I ended up in Brooklyn, working with a cat named Wrench Audio from a band called Gangsta Grass. It's a bluegrass rap band out of New York. I don't know if you heard of them, but they went number one in the bluegrass charts with two MCs from Philly and Pensacola, Florida. Our Son, The Voice, and
Yep, I'm hip.
and Dolio the Slew. So I just went down to Brooklyn, and it was 3 days before Christmas, right before the pandemic, and I took a Greyhound bus down there, which I'll never do again. you ever rolled on a Greyhound? There's a guy going to Washington to kill his brother, I think, at the time, sitting beside me.
Oh, wow.
No, so I went down there, and I went down there, and I started the project with Wrench Audio in Brooklyn. And yeah, man. So it's just I Walk's just a journey about, you know, if you want the highs, you got to know the lows, and especially in this business and entertainment, man, you got to know from where you come, where it is you want to go. And for me, I know where I'm from, and my goal is always to reach people with art. And I've been on that mission since I'm a kid, on a mic since I'm 13, and I just kept rolling with it. And I can't believe I'm talking to you guys right now in Seattle, man, because
hey man, we're not just gonna talk, man. We're gonna lock in and do some business, man. We're gonna get you back in the city, man. Don't worry about that.
Honest to God, too.
I
Just even with the horn, man. I wanted horns on I Walk, man, but the pandemic came, and I'm working out of UK with Canada PR, you know, and man, you guys inspire me right now because
we're gonna take care of all of that, bro. Don't you worry.
So I Walked is basically that journey, man, about the journey, you know, on the streets at a young age, man, coming here. You know, the people that took me in under their wings were guys that were feeding the neighborhood, man, and they were the cool cats with the $5,000 suits on the block. And I ended up immersing myself in the jazz clubs, and like I said, acid jazz, man. I was intrigued by the horns and the movement of music, and Jay Dilla, and like Jay Dilla, you know, hats off to Jay, because you know, Jay Dilla changed my life, man. You know what I mean? So I just jumped on a mic, man, when I got here, and it's been flowing since. Led me to Brooklyn, led me to UK, and we signed with Capitol Records with Brand 3000 before, and we just had our 25th anniversary, getting inducted to the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. I Walk's just about that journey, you know. So I'm looking forward to talking
That's
more.
fire,
so
bro.
I really appreciate you guys having me on and taking the time to spotlight the song, man.
For
Man,
sure. And you
no,
are
for-
all getting a preview because he is coming back in November, yo. So
Yeah.
look forward to that, man. Liquid LTD will be back in November. But for now, man, we appreciate you joining us for this quick little pop in to premiere your record, man.
World premiere.
That's Joshua Tree right there, man. It's the highway. Joshua Tree's one on the right, where you two took the picture for their cover there on the album. So you'll see that. You'll see the sticker, the stain on the window. That's through the windshield, man. Because I didn't want to get out and turn the car off just in case coyotes came and grabbed me, man. You know. So yeah. I look forward to coming back, man, and collab and working more and talking more with you guys.
We're looking forward to it, man. We're looking
live
forward.
and direct, man, here on Fresh Juice. You about to get the exclusive premiere right here. Liquid LTD.
Much
He
love,
ain't
Seattle,
limited
man.
No more, man. He ain't limited no more. We're gonna have him here in November, but for right now, let's
go,
get
man.
into this record. I
Awesome.
Walk, man.
And
Awesome,
stay
guys.
tuned. Live performance in studio from MD Soulful.
You want the high, better know the low. Better know from where you come, where it is you wanna go. This world's a stage, enjoy the show. Practice what you preach, my friend, gonna reap from what you sow. Nowhere to go, no one to call. I was escaping, trying not to fall. In all the miles I've traveled on, I've felt the pains and of all that's wrong. With bottles drank and the whiskey poured, and my spirit over a sharpened sword. And blood that's flowed amidst the friends I've lost, I know the price cause I paid the cost. I've walked the line, I'll take the blame. I'll stand alone again on this road that is unpaved. Maybe I'll see y'all along the way. Don't be sad if there's no words to say. We all reflect upon what doesn't stay. In the end, my friend, hope everything's okay. You want the high, better know the low. Better know from where you come, where it is you wanna go. This world's a stage, enjoy the show. Practice what you preach, my friend, gonna reap from what you sow. Yeah, no dreams, except the ones that kill hope. And damn my streams and take away my means and leave so many counting beans. It seems there's always a war brewing, no one's paying attention, no means, except this late night breeze that makes everything freeze. It keeps me singing. You want the high, better know the low. Better know from where you come, where it is you wanna go. This world's a stage, enjoy the show. Practice what you preach, my friend, gonna reap from what you sow. I've been to where the shadows walk, seen the bodies that were lying in chalk. I took the fifth man, I did not talk. I continued on that shadowed walk. I was walking, bleeding, my arms open, needy, reading signs that were on the wall. I felt like the wolves were feeding, felt like putting two in the back of the head. Nah, that was greedy, thought never freed me. Shrink saying call the cops, she believed me. But I'm humble, see here stumble, I recovered that fumble. It's lonely in here, like the taps got open in my thoughts, saying free beer, but there's nobody drinking, at least not in here. Hurting, viewed like a trick in a skirt, flirting with the cars drive by. What I see in your eyes, the judgment cries that you're singing. You want the high, better know the low. Better know from where you come, where it is you wanna go. This world's a stage, enjoy the show. Practice what you preach, my friend, gonna reap from what you sow. You want the high, better know the low. Better know from where you come, where it is you wanna go. This world's a stage, enjoy the show. Practice what you preach, my friend, gonna reap from what you sow.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, The Hospitality from the Martial Law Band, and you're tuned into Fresh Juice. We got Rainier Avenue Radio, we got the Juice Pack, and my boys D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo every week coming to you. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me is setting up a safety net for the future, not only for yourself, but for the generations to come. To not have the future generations, maybe in your own family, to have to go through the same trials that you had to go through. Maybe if you went through something hard when you were younger, maybe being poor, being middle class, or not having the money to have access to the things that other people around you do. It's setting up that safety net so that not only you, maybe later in your life, but also your kids, their kids, can end up having the luxuries that you would have wanted when you were young.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio World. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
The beat of the Fox with nastiness is back on K Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice from UTFO.
What's up? Who do you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's my noise. Peace.
We are strong. We are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone.
Good afternoon. This is Morgan Freeman. You are rocking with Fresh Juice here at Rainier Avenue Radio. Here with your host, D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. Thank you for listening and have a nice night.
Time to wake up, meditate, bruh, bit of getting out of bed. Used to be on Twitter, now I'm with the threads. See, I love a hater, pumper full of lead. Friday night dinner with the Ezra, better butter on the bread. Got a zest bob to my step, coffee black too. I don't wanna kill a rap unless I have to. I'm ripped right now, I heard your ex became a fat dude. Money in my pocket, high class with the cashews. Rap truth for me, I'ma get mine. With the plants in the backyard if I get time. Bodega bars, TV, watch the jets fly. Brush my teeth, Zoom call with lawyers, get a big 11 Bed-Stuy, everything, egg with a cheese. Check my phone, got not one text from a freak. Got 6 show offers and all of them free. Everybody got a problem and the problem is me. Just an average day with the ups and downs. But guess what? I'm up right now. Just an average day with the ups and downs. And when it goes down, we go it up. Just an average day with the ups and downs. But guess what? I'm up right now. Just an average day with the ups and downs. God damn, man, I'm just waking up. Groundhog Day, Dills Murray with the flow. Hit the accountant and count the money, then I go. Stretch it out, maybe I could touch a couple toes. Bust a couple chops, bust a couple flow. Bungalow, book a flight, just me charging my phone. End up on the island if it is Staten alone. 3 p.m. getting lunch due to damage, I'm broke. Eating tuna sandwiches while I'm writing these jokes. 5 p.m. working out at the gym, I'm keeping up the pace. Losing weight, now I'm only sweating in the face. Number 2 in bathroom, man, it just ran out of pace. And I'm screaming to the gym, dude, please replenish, please replace, yeah. Walking out, see the locker room and change. Outside, protein aside, I'm just doing my thing. Someone recognize me from the game, is it fame? And you got my name wrong, man, this day is just insane. Just an average day with the ups and downs. But guess what? I'm up right now. Just an average day with the ups and downs. And when it goes down, we go it up. Just an average day with the ups and downs. But guess what? I'm up right now. Just an average day with the ups and downs. God damn, man, I'm just waking up.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. You just waking up, you getting it? No, not at 10:40 p.m. But anyway, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. That's Kosha Dills right there. He'll actually be joining us live on the show in October. But that's his joint right there called Ups and Downs. You may have seen him on Wild and Out, by the way. So, yeah, dope stuff. We're about to get into this live performance with MD Soulful, but real quick, we're going to celebrate birthdays real quick. We're supposed to do that earlier, so we'll just do that real quick. So we only got a couple to show, so here we go. Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy.
There you go, Kuya Chifo right there.
Hey.
Yeah, my brother's birthday coming up this Sunday.
Any other birthdays we want to shout out before we get to this performance?
No, but we are
Let's not act
30
like
days away from the greatest month ever.
Half of the planet is Virgos. Everybody,
That's what they say.
Everybody was shacking up like right
Libra gang. We next. We only 2 weeks away, dog. Libra gang. We next.
All right, let's get to this live performance.
Me, Snoop, Lil Wayne, Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose.
He's wearing the sax. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know what Libra is. I mean, I ain't
all right, man. live and direct. You guys are about to get blessed with nothing less than the truth. We got the man, the soulful one, MD Soulful, with a live performance here for y'all. Tune in.
Let's see. I mean, just because it's Seattle, I might as well hit this R&B classic. Ooh.
Rain on me. Yes,
Love it, we love it, we love it, we love it. Even Mambo was doing some ad libs there for a minute.
I had to make sure they caught that, man. That rain down on me. We coming in that rainy season.
Well, now that our senses have been stimulated, it's time to stimulate our minds as we bring ID back for ID the question.
Beep, beep,
Man.
beep, 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 beep.
By the way, ID, before you get into the question, man, apparently you got fans, man. Brianna Fair, shout out ID yourself.
Yeah, good looking. I
From your
appreciate you.
Skiz out. From your Skiz out.
All right, ID, you got it. Go for it.
From your scalp to your feet, I did the question when you speak. Let me ask you something. Now, I need to know, like, I'm just going to ask this pretty directly. I need to know if you feel like there is an algorithm to the emotions of today's music industry.
Is there an algorithm
To the emotions of today's music industry?
Ooh.
Now, we always talk about how, like, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of go with that. Yeah, I mean, like, do you feel like there's an algorithm to this, the way that things feel with the music these days?
You know what, bro? You know what, bro?
MD?
So many
You
ways.
know what? I like this one, MD. You definitely took it deep, and I would say, just like short answer to get the answer up, I would say yes for sure. There is an algorithm to how music is in a general sense, because I feel like whether it be labels or the consumers, but there's a certain thing that, like, there's themes to each era. You know what I'm saying? That record that MD was just playing on that soulful one, that rain down. That's an era where people were singing about being in love and the concept of being in love and searching for love and making sacrifices for love was positively, you know what I mean, encouraged. Now, so we're more in, we got a city girls era. It's a act bad, make sure you taken care of, look out for yourself, cover your back type situation. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm ready to get MD's take on this one, though.
All right, there's MD, and then there's the second half of my name, which is Soulful. I'm going to say both, and the only reason why I say both is because there's certain people that can say things to you that you receive it versus somebody who can say the same thing and can't. When it comes down to emotions, people can make you feel all sorts of ways, but then there's a lot of people that just don't have to say anything and also can make you feel some type of way. So by design, I think it's an assignment. I think it's an assignment for those to find how you trigger certain emotions from certain people opposed to what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way, but I'm gonna just say both. I don't even know if I answered that correctly, but I just
well, we used to he used to explain the questions. We told him to stop doing that. You leave it.
Yeah, I didn't want to over-explain it.
No,
No. I
like
how
it better when it's just open ended.
So Hart Herman says Rain is a sample of Jocko.
Yes, it is.
Just saying. Okay.
Portrait of Tracy, correct, man. Hey, man, if I could give you points, bro. First of all, I'm a huge Jocko fan. I'm a huge Jocko Pastorius fan. And so, fun fact about your boy, I play 15 instruments, and bass is like number 15. And I always said, my mom would probably slap the mess out of me if I said this, but this is me disappointing my family. I said, if I ever learned how to play bass as dope as I would sax, I would put down the sax.
Oof. Ooh, you said that.
I almost disappointed a whole bunch of friends, but just because of how the bass can be utilized. So when he said Jocko Pastorius, is like that's just my underlying like deepest like aspiration to be a bass player.
Hey, you want to know what's funny about it for me? The sax and the bass are the two most like influential instruments in my beat selection. And as you see with my live band too, those are the two like main instruments that I, you know what I mean?
Big facts. Shout out to Ray.
Because a good bass line, bruh. A good bass line is like whispering the shorty's ear and you got bass in your voice. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, girls used to love, bro. When I was growing up and I turned like 18,
gotta whisper all day,
you gotta
come on, whisper that.
What?
I was trying to Barry White them joints, yeah.
I'm talking about your voice. Your voice just got deep and you still like doing three-way phone calls on the house phone. Like I'm a 90s
you trying to
baby,
get your Barry White
like,
on. Yeah.
No,
I'm talking about hold on, my mom's coming. Hold on, my mom's coming.
Wait a minute. I'm about to hit you with something else. I'm gonna hit you with the throwback when you was like 9, 10, 11, 12 trying to call the party line.
Ooh,
so you have to put some bass in your voice to talk to the shorties that are all older than you.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. This is before MySpace and you can use your cousin's older picture to start talking to girls.
I'm telling you. That was the original fake ID, yo.
Hey, that really was.
Right?
you got caught the first year because you didn't have like your bass wasn't bassing. Like, oh, get this kid off the phone. But then next year puberty started coming in,
and that bass was bassing.
That bass was bassing.
You know what it is? I'm gonna keep it real, but for me, it's like how rock music used to really talk about some sad stuff, and then we went into like Belle Biv DeVoe that talked about a lot of love. It's just like there seemed to be a wave in the algorithm to the emotions of music. And now we're in this really grungy, like depressive, kind of like talk about what's really going on in these streets kind of vibe, like really letting the public know like what we're really doing in these streets and these little blocks and whatnot. And then like we got like this this artist here and many others, and you know what I'm saying? But it's just like there's a lot of love like just waiting to be blasted outward, you feel me, from the background, just because we're right now flooded with so much negativity within the music.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, all right? Do you think Jay-Z could pull off what Drake did?
Well, all right. Let me. I gotta answer your question with a question before I get into it. But in what sense?
To being able to be one of the. I mean, because Jay-Z is really known for being that lyrical, really deep thinker, really just Jay-Z, and then Drake pulling out the emotional side of music, and then on top of that, being able to switch roles in a sense.
And Drake got bars.
It's too different, and there probably wouldn't be a Drake without Jay-Z.
Big
for sure.
Big,
you know what?
You know what? Think Jay-Z can match the level of emotionalism?
I'm not going. I
don't think Jay-Z could match
Drake got Jay on every album.
No.
Like he clearly had a blueprint.
I'm not going to double down on that one. I don't think that a Jay-Z is necessary to the creation of a Drake, because
it's obvious.
Jay-Z is Jay-Z is at the peak of what he does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is represent the core of hip hop, lyricism, beat selection, messaging, storytelling, street influence with also cultural influence, like a fusion of that. But without Jay, there's so many people that are like, there's like people behind him, you know what I mean? He's we could call him number one on a top 10, right?
Right.
But if he's not there, there's still 9 other people there. And what Drake does, like the one thing that MD just pointed out that I think is so instrumental is his ability to take on different roles. So there's a Drake song where you sing along and you feel empowered, your street side turned up, you know what I mean? When I die, I take this money to the grave, you know what I mean? You feel turned up. And then there's also an element to Drake where it's like,
hold on, I'm coming home. Like,
right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I'm driving, I'm alone in the car. It's 2:45 in the morning and I'm thinking about Shorty. Is she up? Can I maybe go there instead of going home? He taps into so many different character roles, which it also, I mean, it may also play into his personal life being a multicultural person. You know what I'm saying? He's able to play into so many different.
So what you saying that like that's why I can't really answer that, because there's many precipitating factors to emotions. You know, there's a lot of things that we don't know that can trigger emotions and why we're triggered by certain things. And so that all goes with life experience, that all goes with like culture, that all goes with like so many things that are out of our control. That's why you can't just be like, oh, you can push a button and be like, oh yeah, he's about to trigger that. Because at the end of the day, like I'm a robot until like somebody talk about my mama or somebody decides to get gangster on a mic or somebody says, hey, you play saxophone like da 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 da. It just or just in general, or even in music, there's certain songs that are sad songs, and I don't know why like people are crying over the song, and then there's there's just so many like variables to it.
To tie it all together too, to the initial idea of the question too, like in relevance to like an algorithm, music took a transitional shift as we took a transitional shift into this digital world, right?
Well,
so the way we consumed music, the way we were introduced to music, it changed. It used to be a time period where someone had to show you the record, right? It was a cousin, a friend, a neighbor, you know what I mean? Had to show you the record.
Yeah, cassette.
Now we discover music in a way that's like it's on our phone. You can open your phone and just open Instagram and find a new song. Open TikTok and find a new song. Like you don't have to go to hotnewhiphop.com to find the song. Your friend doesn't have to send you a link. Your friend doesn't have to send you a link.
Yo, that piff
live mixtape.
Play you a cassette or play you or whatever in order to consume it. So because of that, that's changed like the demographics. So because of that, like the powers that be have a little bit more influence in what's popularized. Back in the day, if you think about it, like hip hop from 89 to 2001 and hip hop from 2010 to 2021, it's completely different in that like there's not as much uniqueness. You know what I mean?
Man,
people are using the same tools as opposed to where people wasn't using the same tools before. Like there's a lot more auto-tune and things like that, to where back in the day you used to have a bunch of different sounds. You couldn't listen to the same album and hear the same thing.
Taking it back.
If you didn't know Nate Dogg, you wasn't gonna get that sound.
You wasn't gonna get a Nate Dogg. Now if you don't know insert auto-tune artist, you can replace it with insert auto-tune artist. You know what I'm saying?
Now you could just go ahead on and just AI a whole feature.
right.
All right, man. We pretty much out of time. Real quick, I do want to read these comments real quick because they're actually pretty poignant. So I'm going to read them real quick.
Shout out to Harp Herman.
Harp says, and the music industry doesn't have a universal algorithm for emotion. While they use algorithms to predict hit songs or analyze trends, capturing the depth of human emotion in music ain't something that can be boiled down to a simple formula. Emotion in music is complex and deeply personal. He continues, Stevie Wonder's Sir Duke highlights the universal power of music. It resonates deeply, touching our soul in ways hard to quantify. Music hits different for everyone beyond any algorithm's grasp. Brianna Fair says music is the only thing that connects us all with emotions, and it can alter moods. Music is magic.
Shout out to Harp Herman, man. came through with the dope comments. For real.
All right. On that note, why don't go hand it over to MD Soulful for any final words, anything you want to say before we close the mics, man.
All right. So at every show that I do, every live show, I always leave this message. It's all love at the end of the day, even though we may not understand it or it may not come from, regardless of how it makes us feel, it is all love at the end of the day. Just keep that in mind in all your interactions and why it makes you, or why something made you feel the way that you feel. Remember, it's all soulful at the end of the day, baby.
Woo! Love it, man. That's going up in some of our best final words ever, man. Although Mac Driz, wash your legs when you take a shower, still up there. Anyway, man, next week on Fresh Juice, we got a clothing designer, man, Sentu of Random Idiot Clothing, joining us live. And Sully from Vancouver, Canada, of Play for Keeps will be there live. So that'll be next week, September 6th, our first show of, that's next week, September 13th. I better get that fixed. September 13th, join us live at 9 p.m. For another edition of Fresh Juice with Sentu and Sully joining us live on the program. As always, follow us on all of our platforms. Facebook, go there, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. IG and Twitter, follow us there at Fresh Juice Media. We actually live tweet the playlist on our Twitter, man. Tag artists so you can learn more about them. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got full episodes there. So you can watch them whenever you want on a Sunday, Tuesday, Monday, middle of the night, morning, all that. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. We also got clips on there, smaller clips for smaller attention spans on there as well. So exactly.
Hey man, big, colossal size, like huge, colossal size. Shout out to my guy MD Soulful. I appreciate you coming through, exchanging game, sharing some of your time. Everyone who's viewing and tuned in, this is a very special moment. It's beyond the award winning. You're one of the most hardworking and creative individuals. And when it's all said and done, bruh, like they're gonna put you up in the Hall of Fame of this business, bruh. For real, bruh. Like keep doing exactly what you do. You inspiring tomorrow's next generation of instrumentalists, man. Fresh Juice.
I'm trying to keep it with y'all, man.
All right, man. A portion of this interview will also be aired on DJ Defcon shows. Of course, the Re-Up Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. on KSVR, and the Massive Mix Session Fridays at 5 p.m. KZAX. So you'll hear a portion of this interview on there as well. Thank you, DJ Defcon, for that. All right, the Neon Ghost Show is next. We got to get out of here. Peace, bless, and keep sipping that fresh juice.
Yurt.